Well, I just awfully proud of this team. I thought BYU played with a lot of juice and a lot of energy that first half, and we weren't very good offensively the first half. We really struggled executing. They had a lot to do with that, but while we were struggling on offense, we were defending, and I think that's the thing. It should have been a 5-point quarter in the second. They make the three at the buzzer because we missed a block out on the free throw line, but we probably shouldn't have fouled them to begin with to have them there. But nonetheless, 22 points in the first half was good while we were trying to figure it out. And then I thought in the second half we did execute. We went 16 for 23 at the 4-5, and if you throw Amina's 1 for 3 in there, we're 17 for 26. So we talked about it at halftime. We wanted to go inside. We wanted to really try to attack them in there. And again, Shaylee and Book were great, 5 assists. Shaylee has no turnovers, 3 steals. Book had her 5 assists and had 3 turnovers. But if it wasn't for Booker in the first half, we wouldn't have scored. I think she had 17 at half, if I'm not mistaken. So we really struggled a little bit offensively, but again, give BYU credit. And at the same time, I thought the second half we did a much better job. So happy for these kids, to be where they're at, 27-4, and these two right here are just so special. So good to have Hattie back, y'all. We missed her. I missed her. She's back, and she's doing so well, and of course Shaylee. These two have just been great. All they've done is made us better. They've made our program better, made our team better. They're going to be great Longhorns, and they've made me a better coach. And so I'm indebted to both of them, and just appreciate both of them so much. Their teammates love them. I think that's the end all. Every teammate they have loves them dearly, and I think that speaks to who they are and their character and what they're about. So proud of our team. We're probably going to have, we'll probably take a day or so to get ready for the weekend, and we got to go to Kansas City. And I think our team will be highly motivated when we get to Kansas City on Thursday, and so that's it.
Let's go Noah and then Corey.
Players or coach? I guess for the players first, just want to get your take on where this team is heading into the most important stretch of the season. Anyone can answer, and just how you guys are kind of rounding into form when it matters most.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely ended conference play on a good note. Obviously, we're going to take that in, but realize that we got games ahead of us that we need to prepare for. Obviously, we know that they're really good teams, and we've played them before, so just preparing super well and getting ready for those.
I guess for Madison, when it comes to this team defensively, coaches talked about it. When offense isn't going well, but this defense, y'all can lean into that. What does that mean for this team, and how far do you think this team can? How far do you think this defense can take this team when it comes to struggles at night offensively?
Yeah, definitely. We talked about before the game. If we just stick together to get on that end right there, even though our offense is kind of not going the way we want it to go, it can take us very far. It's done it in the past games in conference play without Rory. If we just play together on that end right there, talk, always have each other backside help, it'll take us far, deep into the season.
And then can I do a follow-up? Sorry. For Shaylee and Hattie, when y'all were watching the senior night videos, what were the emotions like? And also, Shaylee, when did the grandma nickname come? I had no idea, but yeah.
Yeah, I definitely shedded a few tears during those videos. They put those together very well. But yeah, super grateful for that, and to have our family and friends here, and then all those fans was awesome. But yeah, I'm a 6-year, and so I'm pretty old in college playing basketball, so I'm just the grandma of the team.
For me, it's the same. It was a lot of emotion, especially not knowing that they made that video. For me, it was a surprise. So, yeah, I'm just grateful for the fans and my teammate and the coaches. Yeah, and my family too. Yeah.
Hey Vic, you had a big half from Madison, but your other two guards didn't really get off tonight. What's the concern level, and how good is it to know that you can lean on that defense in nights like this?
Yeah, I think it's important. I mean, that's the thing about Shea and Shaylee. They just help us win. You know, when something might not be doing well, they find another way to help us win. Both of them defended extremely well tonight. Neither one of them turned the ball over. Shaylee had 5 assists, 3 steals. And so I just think that's what you get from a veteran like Shaylee. She just finds a way to help you win. And, I don't worry about Shaylee. Her shot's going to fall, and we'll keep working. We hadn't been in this building in a week. So it's just sometimes you get in here and it's a little different looking, and so we'll keep working on that. But these kids just find a way to help us win. I think that's the best thing I can say about Shea and Shaylee is they're just competitors, and again they're having to lock down and guard everybody's best guards and chase them around, and then at the other end we would need them to score. Shea missed a couple bunnies early, missed some layups, which she doesn't typically miss, and Shaylee always gets everybody's attention. They know where she is, and so it becomes increasingly a challenge. So, but again tonight we kind of felt like going in. We wanted to go inside and didn't do it as much as I wanted to do in the first half. So. Second half, I thought our guards, that's why Shaylee had 5 assists, and Madison had 5 assists, and Mina ended up with 3 assists. So we finally went to work where we felt like we could do a lot of damage.
Hattie, how excited are you to be back with the team, and where are you kind of at physically with your conditioning and working yourself back into playing shape?
Yeah, obviously it showed during the game. It took me like maybe 3 weeks. I wasn't with the team, so of course, yeah, it's gonna show a little bit. But I'm working my way back, so yeah, hopefully I'll get there soon.
And are you excited to be back with the team?
Yes, I am really excited. I missed all of them. Yeah.
Shaylee, how much did it mean to you to get to play BYU in your senior night out of all teams?
Yeah, I remember seeing them, obviously realizing that their first year in the Big 12 and then Texas last year in the Big 12. What are the odds? And on his birthday and it's senior night. So just a lot of emotions. We were really looking forward for that win, and I'm glad we got it.
For any of the players, I assume you guys are pro birthday boy for coach of the year in the Big 12. How was he able to kind of keep this team together through everything you've gone through this season to get to where you guys are now?
Yeah, obviously we have had a lot of ups and downs, obviously with injuries. We have people stepping up in different positions, whether, it's Amina playing the 3 when she's not usually the 3. And then obviously Maddie stepping in as the point guard. But just putting us in good positions to win is what he does best.
For anyone up there, what key was Amo singing in? I mean, that was scary. The birthday song. What key was that?
Well, I don't know.
People can't see.
You and I both know this is a different day and age.
On that note, Coach, how you celebrating your birthday?
Well, it's late, Corey. What time is
We got the dub.
it? Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. You know me. There's 2 things. I want to read the newspaper and I want to watch the news. And I try to get to all 3 channels, and I usually can't because y'all are all on at the same time. And but I've had a really good day. As I told them in pregame, I've had a lot of time to reflect. Got my 4.25 mile run in today at 63, so I feel good about that. And, got to be around these kids. I mean, these are the 15 most important people in my life other than Holly, Logan, and Blair and my staff. So what better way to celebrate a birthday than to be able to be around them? But as I told them in pregame, just the reflection today of allowing me to really appreciate the answer to prayer. And, you know, we've had so many things, and you know, praying that we get Hattie back, and obviously that she's come back and she's her old self. She's smiling. Rory getting her smile back. She's had some really tough times, y'all, and she's now 5-6 weeks post surgery, and I got her smile back. We've, you know, y'all don't know this, but Deanna Gaston's ankle injury, I was told by doctors, lots of football guys don't play. They don't play their that season in football with that injury. She's had it and then re-injured it. And so just the answer to that prayer, Taylor, you know, with her injury. So just a really, you know, a day of reflection and lots of wishes, but being able to coach what I love to do, be around these kids, I mean, what better way to celebrate, you know, and to be able to enjoy this day. So I will probably sleep pretty well tonight, though, Corey, just to be honest with you. It's been a little bit of a grind, and you know, this is now we go to the third season, which is the conference tournament, and then the fourth season, which is the NCAA tournament. And both those seasons are a lot shorter than what we just ran through.
Vic, you don't get a vote for her, but what would you tell your other coaches about why Madison should be the conference player of the year?
Huh. I think they've gotten enough of a dose of Madison and realize how special she is and how difficult she is to deal with. And you know, the thing is, and I say this all the time, you know, there's other freshmen across the country, and they're having good years. Madison's shooting almost 50%. In conference, she's right there at it. She's unlike the rest of these she got thrown into a different position, a different role with a 3-day crash course. And she has led her team, run this team as the point guard to 27-4. And we played for a conference championship Wednesday night. And again, nobody else does what she's had to do. She doesn't have to worry about one position. She has to worry about hers and everybody else's. And when somebody else screws up, she knows she's responsible. But that just comes with the position. But I will say this. You have to give our older kids credit for helping her get through that learning curve in that time. But you and I have both watched her all year long. She's made big shot after big shot, great decision-making, passing. I don't think – here's the last thing I'll say. You take Madison Booker off our team right now with Roy Harmon going down, or you have to ask yourself, are we where we are today? I mean, I don't think that we are. And that's the impact that she's made on our team. Because, again, Shaylee's helped her along the way. Shaylee's ran the point and did it tonight. She played the point. It allowed us to free Book up a little bit and move her over on the wing. But Book will tell you, it's nice to be, if you're going to be thrown into this position, it's nice to be thrown in it with a veteran group. You know, she's been really blessed to have somebody like Shaylee on one wing, Shay on another. You got Taylor, Deanna, Hattie. You got some older kids out there. Amo's even a third-year player, even though she's only played. But I think there's a calming effect when she looks up and she sees Shaylee. She sees Shay. But, again, I think from a perspective of being the best player in the conference, when you lay it all out, who's the hardest to deal with? Who's the hardest to guard? Who do you not want to get left on an island with? I don't want to be on an island having to guard her, I can tell you. And I think that's the answer.
Coach, you said that your two seniors have made you a better coach. I was just wondering if you could elaborate on that.
Well, these two, I mean, they first of all, they have a heart of a champion. They want to win. They want to be great. Like, both these kids want to be great. But both of them have great families. I've said this a lot, maybe not with y'all, but Hattie being away from home, as long as she's been away from home, came over here and went to high school. How many years did you go to high school here, Hattie? 3?
Oh, yeah, 3 years.
Yeah. So how old were you, 14?
14, yeah.
Like, I couldn't have done it. Like, there's no way I could have left my mother and father and gone across the water and had to learn another language and had to get an education dealing with that. Do you understand how difficult that could possibly be? To go to college, she's gone to one of the top institutions in America, the University of Texas, and having to fight the language barrier, and you're trying to get your education. But leaving home at 14, to me, I couldn't have done it. So for me, as much as I was a mama's boy and a daddy's boy and loved my mom and dad, I could not have, I just have so much respect and admiration for her. Shaylee, on the other hand, her parents are here, and they are so supportive, and they love her dearly, as Hattie's. And I see that bond that they have. It's so special. You saw it in the video with both their families, but I've been able to see their bond. I've been able to see her family couldn't follow her, but Shaylee's has, and I see how deeply they care about their daughter, and I know how she feels about them. Again, I want, I feel like my family's very close. My son, my daughter, we still have dinners together during the week, and Holly and I are so blessed that they're all close, but these two are such a blessing in that regard, and their families, I owe them a great amount of thanks for them entrusting me with their daughters. And it's a big responsibility, because I certainly don't want to let either one of their families down. And again, they come to practice every day. They work hard. They bring, they're pretty consistent. I mean, both of them have been very consistent in how they approach everyday practice games. And again, I think the best thing you can say about them is their teammates absolutely love them. Sometimes you can get in a locker room and have 15 people, and there might be a little friction. There's no friction with these two. Their teammates absolutely love them. So I'm very much endeared to them and their families, and have just so much respect for both of them. And they're going to be so good. They're going to be so successful in life. And I know they're going to be great Longhorns.
Question for Maddie. You've kind of emerged as one of the leaders of this team as a freshman, and Coach just raved about you for 2 or 3 minutes. But you are kind of approaching uncharted territory in the postseason. How are you preparing yourself for that new challenge, both in the Big 12 tournament and the looming NCAA tournament as well?
I mean, really, I'm taking it one day at a time. I know, this conference is very difficult to win in. Conference, you could just tell we lost, 4 times the conference. So, this is a very tough conference to play in. I'm just taking it one day at a time. Always learning what I can do better for my team. And really just growing in the fact. And, it's going to come. Like, I'm not really just, looking in the future, but I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Madison, going off what Vic was saying about everyone loves Shaylee and Hattie, can you talk about why you love those two and why, and their impact on you as a freshman?
When I got here, I'll start with Shaylee. Shaylee's probably the quieter. She's very quiet, but she lead, but she's quiet. I can't explain it, but I always see her. She's always working. She's always in the gym getting shots up. And when I got here, I followed that. And since Rory went down, she's always been in my corner. Just we always with each other, just talking about the game, just talking about how we can grow, and how the team can grow. And so, just from that fact, like she's a great teammate, and she's done a lot of like incredible things for this team. I don't know. I just, like on the court, I just love her to death. I love playing with her. I mean, that was one of the reasons I also came here. I was ready to play with Shaylee, and I'm just happy the fact that I get to play with her. Hattie, on the other hand, what Coach said in the video, always come with a smile. She always leave with a smile. She's so generous and she works hard. Like, she's probably one of our toughest players. Like Coach always talk about toughness. Like she brings that to practice every day, and like it makes you want to go. Like she don't score all the time, and she knows that. She does other things. She get blocks. She get rebounds that are key. I mean, she
She'll
comes
take
to
a
practice.
charge too, won't she?
I mean, she will do that too.
Yeah.
She will do that too, actually. But she comes to practice and do it every day. Like she does it every day, and I mean, I love it about her game. And just as a person, she's incredible. She's a sweetheart.
All right. Thank y'all for your coverage tonight. We really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
We'll see you back here. Praise the Lord and hook 'em horns.